Hi guys, I just want to show you a few strange things that I've noticed. I'm using Decision Desk HQ because they are clearly not pro-Trump, more on the line of the mainstream so-called media. So let's see, according to Decision Desk HQ, in the 2020 general election, Biden has secured 279 electoral college members and Trump 232. So that sounds very different from what Real Clear Politics says, right? According to which Biden doesn't have the majority yet that he needs in the Electoral College, and the same applies, or similar applies, to the Senate and the House map. But let's just go back to DHCQ. So what's really strange is, I mean, there are a lot of strange things, but what really hit me when I discovered it was the House of Representative elections. Have a look at this. Here we have a lot of red, but in between we have those islands of blue, which is really strange. So you would expect, for example, here, look at this. The Liberal candidate has 309,348 votes, almost 2/3, whereas the Republican rival has only 179. So it's almost half of the votes, which is quite a substantial difference, right? Now let's have a look at the other areas in Colorado. Here, the Republican candidate has about 10% more votes than the Democrat. Here, Colorado House 5, it's even bigger. Here, 282,000 versus 171. So you can say there's a substantial, look at here, Kansas House 1, Nebraska House 3, South Dakota House 1. It's almost like there are no votes for the Democrat candidate at all, which is really weird. Look here, 204 versus 81,000, 242 versus 66,000. So you can say this is like massive, overwhelming vote for the Republican candidate. But then you have these islands here, where it's the exact opposite. Look at this. Look here, 50,000 votes more for the Democrat candidate. Here, 50,000 more. Here, more than double of the votes for the Democrat candidate. Here in Texas, it's similar. Look at that. Rest of Texas, overwhelming Trump. Overwhelming Trump, overwhelming Trump, overwhelming Trump. Look at that. Here as well. No, maybe not quite as big. Then here, and then you have this. It's insane. Insane. This is just... So how can it be? And here's the same thing. 204 versus 1,000 versus 135. 212 versus 174. So I know there are also a lot of states, areas, districts where there are lots of votes, far more votes for Trump. But that's not very surprising if you look at the number of people who attended Trump rallies compared to the number of people who went to Biden rallies. Biden had almost anybody. The only time he had anyone attending was if Obama was attending as well. This is just insane. You can't tell me that's not a red flag. Pun intended, of course. But you would think, here, look at this. One district, Texas House 33. 160,000 versus 57. You can't tell me that this is real. You can't tell me. Someone has to look into these discrepancies. This is just insane. And this is even in California, right? Look at that. 235,000 for the Republican versus 186 for the Democrat here as well. 190,000. So even in California, you have really strong support for Donald Trump. And it's just here, then suddenly it's the exact opposite. And look, this is not normal. I would think common sense should tell anyone that something is wrong here. Now I can understand there are a lot of die-hard liberals in places like San Francisco and in Los Angeles, really die-hard Democrats, for sure. So, but still, this doesn't look right to me. Wouldn't you agree? Can somebody please look into this? All those areas where you have those massive numbers for the Liberal candidate, something must be going on there. If you like my content, please subscribe, watch, like, comment and share, both on my main and my backup channel. I cannot rely on YouTube to recommend my videos to other people, if you know what I mean. And of course, join our Facebook group. The link is in the description. We have a strict zero tolerance, shoot at first sight policy towards trolls and shills.